Atlanta trails by 6. Pass to Stoudemire. To end the run. Outside for Halliburton. Back to Adams. The 3. Atlanta gets it back. Here's Stoudemire. Goes back up. Outside for Halliburton. Clock at 4. And Adams sends it back.
Adams puts every ounce of energy into his defense. He's not out there to contest shots. He's out there to reject them.
Buffalo leading by 6. Here's Irving. Kicks it out to Garnett. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Good, it's Garnett with the assist that time.
You know, Edwards is still tweaking his three-point shot, but he sure looked good there.
And dropping the sledgehammer there, he curbs a 10-0 run by Buffalo.
Irving drives in. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
You know, on the drive, Irving probably anticipates the foul there or even expects it. He's too sharp to let it surprise him.
And so he hits both.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Porter with a block. And that one goes out of bounds. It's touched by Porter. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Here's the lob to Adams. Outside Porter. 6 on the shot clock. Over Stoudemire. Garnett. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Adams down low. He has yet to score. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Here's Irving to the inside. Garnett. And Garnett with the slam.
And how about the power there from KG? He can fly with the best of them.
Here's Stoudemire. And he banks in the layup.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Now, here is Irving. Over Halliburton. Rejected by Halliburton.
Substitution on the court.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in this second quarter of play. Pass to Stoudemire. Back to Reed. Five on the clock. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And the defense no factor, which is why he simply laid it in.
James looking it over. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on Jalen Brunson. Buffalo shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
Shooting for the away team.
And both free throws good for James.
Really always a plus to have a big guy stroke it from the line like that. The soft touch on full display.
And it's Buffalo ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They've played the better game so far, but their work is far from over. Back to the action in just a minute. And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Buffalo leading by 9. To the middle. Here's Davis. And it's slammed in by Davis.
High above the rim. Not many guys have that kind of length and verticality. I mean, Davis, one of the very few.
It's stolen by Gobert. Here's LeBron. Some solid defense from Reed.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
You know, when Rudy Gobert is down low, it strikes fear into the opponent. This is a guy who has led the league in blocks and rebounds at different times. Inside the paint, he is just a nightmare to battle against.
Gobert plays as tough at the rim offensively as anybody in the league.
And the foul called on Austin Reeves. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And so it's Atlanta with it, trailing by 13. Here's Stoudemire.
Davis has tremendous versatility and length, and he uses both to annoy and bother shooters.
Offensive rebound from deep, James, and that one is off.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
Brunson outside. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Oh, gritty make by Brunson. That guy plays way bigger than his size.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. GA, as you know, Jalen Brunson is a second-generation NBA player.
Yeah, his dad, Rick Brunson, was an 11-year vet who also played overseas and eventually settled in as a coach in this league. So Jalen grew up in those NBA locker rooms.
And timeout is called by Craig Popovich. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations.
Somebody doesn't have rhythm.
And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. A 12-point game. Here's Stoudemire. And Davis sends it back.
Expert timing by Davis on the block. Right when the ball was at its apex, he got it.
On defense, Buffalo. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points. From deep, LeBron. LeBron finishing the fast break.
All systems are on go when LeBron has the ball behind the arc.
Stoudemire with the bucket. Stoudemire's got 6.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish. And how about the bounce pass there being used to perfection?
Here's Hayward. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
You know, Hayward's really an outstanding athlete, a sneaky good athlete. He's creative at using his physical abilities to draw fouls inside.
Hayward hits them both. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Here's Doncic. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Thanks for tuning in this Wednesday. 2K Sports presents the NBA. I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson alongside. David Aldridge is with us from the floor tonight.
Here we go.
It'll be Buffalo off the tip. To the inside. Gobert. That shot is off. Kukoc with the defensive effort. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. Miami shooting their first foul shot of the game. Stolen by Reeves. Buffalo moving it around. And Doncic throws it down.
Oh, from ultra close range, Doncic.
I know Reeves has been accused of hunting fouls before. Richard, do you see that?
Oh, I don't know if it's all on Reeves. It's just the way the game is played. Great players learn how to put you in position to foul them. The goal of the game is to score, and if that's hunting fouls, then hunt away.
Drills the three-pointer.
Just zero hesitation from James, trusting his shot.
And just about a minute into the first quarter. That one falls.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Really unfazed. Throw his height right out the window there.
Now, here's Doncic. That doesn't go either for Doncic.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And the rejection by LeBron.
A versatile, talented defender, LeBron excels at using his athleticism and length to block so many shots.
Here's LeBron. And Buffalo, another three.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
On the wing, Reed. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Terry. Nice D from Doncic. Buffalo with the ball. They're on an 11-2 run.
Too many backs, no word of Elijah. Trust me, the track can get sidetracked. When I think of my first panic attack, I'm right back in the love shack. We've been here before, Jack, and we ended up with a side quack, and it's my job to try and unpack. So breathe, just breathe, just breathe. Tell me what you see. You feel you're here, but you gotta believe. tic-tac, skill clean a try jack, feed the fiend a Big Mac. I've tried that, and it's right back to blackjack. So breathe, just breathe, just breathe. Tell me what you need. You're free, you're healed, but you gotta believe. Just breathe, bust it down on your knees. Just breathe, yeah, you just gotta breathe.
I dropped the top on the S6 Street. Fly in my ops, she didn't envy me. Passing it off like CP3. Shawty, she calling me MVP. I be on time, it's something you ain't never seen before. They call me the Dama, really want my whole team to score. Yeah, too icy. Yeah, too clean. Yeah, my zone. Yeah, 2-3. Yeah, got shooters that hit from deep. Bust like Giannis. Yeah, too mean. Bright lights like we at the garden. On P, don't get me started. Whole team walk in, we the party. If I can't make the play, I'ma lob it. If you jump, that's right on your head. Had to put him to sleep, go to bed. I'm a star, drop 50 and left. From the logo, like I'm Steph. Put it up, knock him down every time. Going hard like my life on the line. Catch me on the course, I would've done. Never losing, I put it on mine. Had to get on, I've been laying low. It get real when it comes to the playoffs. You can fight with me, know it's a KO. And they hating, they know I'ma take off. I dropped the top on the S6 Street. Fly in my ops, she didn't envy me. Passing it off like CP3. Shawty, she calling me MVP. I be on time, it's something you ain't never seen before. They call me the Dama, really want my whole team to score. Yeah, too icy. Yeah, too clean. Yeah, my zone. Yeah, 3. Yeah, got shooters that hit from deep. Bust like Giannis.
4 rings.
Too mean.
If you're not first, you're in last. Champions don't come in second. I shoot my shot like I'm Stephen. Shout out Klay Thompson, my brethren. Took the whole universe. You know the base, what I'm reppin'. Come home and sell out the Oracle. They scream my name when I step in. Courtside next to E40. Me and him kinda like Ricky and Morty. 2 of the biggest, and you can afford me. Being this rich is a blessing. Players think you getting swept. You're not going 7. I'll be a warrior for life. Still got love for Kevin. Yeah. Work smarter, don't work harder. I took a break, need a recharge. Don't fly commercial, I need sharp. Need a Zendaya like Peter Parker. Yeah. This not, but I make it look easy. Told him let's run it, I keep it 100. Ring diamonds dancing like breezy. This not, but we make it look easy. Told him let's run it, I keep it 100. This champion ring diamonds dancing like breezy.
I dropped the top on the S6 Street. Fly in my ops, she didn't envy. Yeah, my zone. Yeah, 2-3. Yeah, got shooters that hit from deep. Bust like Giannis. Yeah, too mean.
Esto es demasiado fancy, demasiado flow. No es pa' que te canse, pa' que le dé con todo. Tú sientes algo raro o algo bien loco. Esto es pa' que danse, pa' que le dé con todo. Esto es pa' que... Esto es pa' que...
The NBA on 2K Sports welcomes you to Wednesday afternoon basketball. This is Kevin Harlan courtside with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our reporter tonight on the sideline, David Aldridge.
Go.
Now here's James. James in the post. Anthony Davis grabs the miss. And Buffalo has possession. And LeBron, the only player to reach 40,000 points in his career. Clark, you're shaking your head. It's incredible, isn't it?
Absolutely remarkable, Kevin. And I did not think I would see it in my lifetime. 40,000 points. Just the sound of that is ridiculous. And, you know, he not only has lived up to the hype that has followed him since he was 15 years old, he's actually exceeded it, Kevin, which is crazy.
You know, when Rudy Gobert is down low, it strikes fear into the opponent. This is a guy who has led the league in blocks and rebounds at different times. Inside the paint, he is just a nightmare to battle against.
Now James, after Luka Doncic's three-pointer that didn't go. An easy 2 points on the layup.
And making it look easy, LeBron overwhelms the defense inside.
And slam dunk by Gobert.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
And it's James missing. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. They get it back. Here's Gobert. Shoots over James. Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall. Here's Jordan. And James pulls it down. And there's the call on Michael Jordan. That's his first foul.
Timeout, timeout.
And so now a timeout taken by Mike D'Antoni.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
Let's hear it for you. Substitution on the court.
And so just over a minute and a half played. George with the steal. McGrady up top. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Yeah, McGrady inside is confident, using his outstanding length to get the shot he wants and to get it off.
Now here is Davis. And here's LeBron outside. That's in there. Davis with the assist.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter steal, but not who you want to leave open. And showing a little athleticism off the drive. I like how easily Bogut gets up into the air.
Reeves can't hit.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And that one's good. McGrady.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Here's Reeves. Got a piece of it.
Excellent job by McGrady using his length to deny that shot.
And priority number one has got to be the finish, guys, not the fancy stuff.
6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
Here's McGrady. And he recovers it. Outside for George. A second chance effort. Duncan left side. There's a good screen. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. And so now a timeout taken by Mike D'Antoni. There's 47 seconds left in the first. And the call will be against Bronny James. That is his first foul of the game. Buffalo makes some changes. 43 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Tries the spin move. Outside Porter. It's stolen by Olajuwon. And now Davis pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
A part of what makes Olajuwon so unique among centers. Makes a great read and has the athleticism and quickness to make the play.
This tug-of-war game continues.
And guys, that's lucky number 7 already in this game.
For Buffalo, they shot just 1 free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game. And here's Edwards from the arc. The rebound by Steven Adams. And Adams has got the ball here for Buffalo. And he makes good on the layup.
Built like a linebacker, Edwards is not your average off guard, folks.
For 3, Edwards hits it from 3-point range.
He does not lack for confidence. He shouldn't. I mean, this guy is a dangerous scorer.
With 4 seconds on the clock.
Hello. I mean, that's what I call a move.
That is some artistry. Greg, you're right. On his way to the basket, he was soaring.
Hey, bump the move. How about the finish? That's right, fella. Bang that thing.
And at the end of 1, both teams putting up some points.
16.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Buffalo.
So far, they've moved the ball well, leading to open, high-percentage looks. Lots of assists in this one.
And, you know, in no time at all, they've also started finding points inside, already taking apart that interior defense.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andrew Bogut. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Buffalo leading by 3. Here is Porter. Here's Garnett. And Hakeem Olajuwon pulls it down. Here's Spates. Here's Duncan. Second shot opportunity. And it's Buffalo with the rebound. Here's Garnett. And it's slammed in by Garnett.
Garnett capping off the break nicely. They're always in the right place.
Pass to Bogut. A 3-ball. Kept alive. Goes back up. No good. He's off to a slow start. 1 for 4 so far. For 3, Edwards. The rebound by Paul George. And here's the fast break. Spates trying to break loose. Bogut gets the bucket.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Left side, Edwards. To the paint. Back to Garnett. And it's slammed in by Garnett.
How about that for a flush? Garnett going up with confidence and packing a punch.
Pass to Bogut. And he uses the glass on the lane. Bogut's got 6. Here's Irving. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Here's Porter. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on George. Well, Michael Porter Jr. is one of the premier shooters in the NBA.
And that size that he brings to that sweet stroke makes it hard to get to a shot. 6'10", shoots it with confidence, shoots it with great fluidity. And, man, is he special. And he's worked through some injury trouble early in his career. And now he's one of the more lethal front court players in the league on the perimeter.
Here's McGrady. Anthony Edwards with the rebound. Buffalo leading by 5. And it's Garnett penetrating.
Boy, such a terrific athlete is KG. When Garnett is slashing inside, the defense typically has no choice but to foul him.
This is his second trip to the line in this one. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Well, there's no question, and he welcomes this, that Anthony Davis shoulders a heavy load on the defensive end.
And he should, and he does. I mean, he's a true anchor. He protects the rim. He can guard out on the perimeter. He communicates well. He's got an excellent basketball IQ. And he's a guy that can cover up a lot of mistakes from his teammates.
And both free throws good for LeBron. We've passed year 20 for LeBron James. Clark, how is he still doing this?
Well, I'd love to find out, but he's got a combination of remarkable DNA and obviously a tremendous work ethic and attention to detail and taking care of his body. But some of it's a blend of good fortune and a lot of hard work. But he's played at a level at his age that I never thought I'd see in basketball. It's different in other sports, but to do what he's doing on the court is amazing. You know, his passing ability might be the most overlooked part of his game. Garnett has really good court vision, especially for a guy that plays his position.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there.
Knocks it loose. And stolen by Jordan. Count the basket.
Got to give Jordan credit there. I mean, he's got a knack for making tough shots in the paint.
Here's Irving. And there's another one for Buffalo.
With the ball on the string, just getting anywhere he wants to go.
Takes a step back. Here's Jordan. The rebound by Steven Adams. Buffalo leading by 5. James with it. Now guarded by Porter. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
LeBron deals with a ton of physical defense, and he dishes out some physical contact too. But that's why he works so hard on his body. I mean, you might foul him, but you're not going to push him around. No way, Jose.
Buffalo with the ball. No one near James as he lets it go. Davis. Oh, Davis absorbing the contact.
Davis playing big. Love to see that. Creating extra scoring opportunities as a result.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds.
LeBron James, power and athleticism on full display with the jam.
Here's Jordan. Yes, that goes in.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
It's tipped. Doncic looking it over. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. It's Buffalo. They're up by 5. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Buffalo. Leading by 5. Offensive rebound. Kicks it out to James. Misses the 3. And here comes McGrady leading the fast break. And then Olajuwon with the dunk.
Boy, that's so difficult to stop. Once Olajuwon gets near the rim, you got to be ready for him to rise up and throw it down.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Offensive rebound. Pass to Gobert. And it's sent back by Bogut. Clock at 6. Doncic outside. The 3-ball from Doncic.
Hey, if there's time on the clock, there's time for Luka to make a shot.
Bogut with it. Here's the 3. Drills it from outside. Bogut's got 9.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at
you. A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Olajuwon outside. Pulls up from the corner. No good from Bogut.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
Luka Doncic is a superstar in this league, and he continues to build on what is going to be some kind of resume when it's all said and done. Has every tool that you need to have to be an MVP one day.
And Clark, it's hard to compare Luka Doncic to any other player we've seen before.
I would certainly agree with that. Ditto to that, Kevin, because he is unique. His pace is never hurried. He never gets rattled. He complains to officials a little bit more than I like to see, but he's strong. He's got great touch and feel, and he scores at all 3 levels, and he's a brilliant passer.
Yeah, and you got to respect the size McGrady has. Easily seen over the defense there to spot the open man.
To the middle. Davis owning the paint and gets it to go.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
George with no one around. It's good. This game is all even. George has got himself on the board with 3 there. Davis. And finished off by Davis.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the 3rd. And now the fast break. Irving with the ball. It's stolen by Davis. On the wing, Duncan. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan.
It's rare that you see this from Duncan, so you know he had to really like the shot.
Outside Irving. Oh, Worthy with the block. Jordan on the wing. On the wing, Hardaway. And that one goes out of bounds. It's touched by Porter.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
And so now a timeout taken by Mike D'Antoni. There's 57 seconds left in the 3rd.
Boy, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Look at Edwards slotting home the 3.
You know, Edwards is still tweaking his three-point shot, but sure looked good there.
And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. For Buffalo, they've made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one. Buffalo leading by 3. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Inside, here's Adams. And at last, they get one to fall. Adams has got 6.
And this is where Adams has the biggest impact. The closer to the basket, the more effective he is.
For Buffalo, they've been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8. They throw good, Adams. And so Edwards will bring it up for Buffalo. 6-point game. Duncan with the block. And it's Buffalo with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They've played the better game so far, but their work is far from over. We'll return shortly. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4.
Definitely not pleased with their rebounding at the defensive end. The number of putbacks they've allowed has been terrible. I'm sure that's what he's going to address during this timeout.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Well, guys, over that last break, I listened to Mike D'Antoni talk to his team. He said in the huddle, you got to play some defense in the paint. They're getting too much in there. Battle down low. Time to fight, guys.
Thanks, David. And James gets it to go.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
Yeah, you know what? I agree. I mean, they're showing a bunch of fortitude here, keeping this game tight.
And James picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
First team foul.
And Buffalo has possession. They lead by 4. And here's Jokic outside. James Worthy comes up with a rebound. Here's Duncan. And it's off from three-point range. The 3 from LeBron. Tim Duncan with the rebound. James outside. Another miss by James. Buffalo leading by 4. Jokic with it. Guarded now by Duncan. Screen by James. On the wing, Reeves. 4 on the clock. From outside the arc, hits the three-point bomb. Reeves has got his first 3 points of the game.
D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
How about that for a response? Gotta love seeing MJ fire back with the 3 of his own.
Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. And the shot falls short this time. Here's James. James all the way to the rack.
Boy, there's nothing quite like LeBron on the fast break. That combination of size, strength, and speed makes him electric.
For 3. And it's Doncic missing. It's been a little while since they've been in the lead.
And that's why this is such an important possession for them.
Buffalo with the ball. A 2-point game. Offensive rebound. Oh, Worthy with the block. On the wing, James. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. James looking it over. And the foul called on Michael Jordan.
Timeout.
That's foul number 2 for him. And so now a timeout taken by Mike D'Antoni. So Buffalo going with almost an entire new group here. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Here's Edwards. That's tipped. George with the ball. Now guarded by Porter. George, no good.
And fancy finishes like that look great, but man, it's embarrassing when you blow them.
And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Buffalo?
Well, you know, their offensive rebounding throughout this one has been clutch, timely. I mean, it's kept the ball out of the enemy's hands and gotten them lots of second-chance points. That's a winning recipe.
And one other thing they have done well has been scoring in transition, looking to run whenever they can.
Pass to Bogut. Launches it. They get the rebound. Now Spates. He's guarded by Davis. Second chance shot. It falls. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last.
Huge turnover at really the worst possible time. You have to value every possession, especially at this stage of the game.
46 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And it's Porter with the ball for Buffalo. To the inside. Adams. Nice D from Bogut.
Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
It's not over yet.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time.
Not the results he or his teammates were hoping for. He could have put this away.
The 3 won't fall. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Spates. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Davis. That is his first foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
And that one goes out of bounds. That's touched by Porter.
Not sure what he was thinking about with that pass. Just sailed it right out of bounds.
Here's Bogut. Frames it from downtown.
You know, on defense, even on an inbounds play, you can't leave three-point shooters alone on the perimeter. They paid for it there.
So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on, but let's give this group a lot of credit for that stick-to-itiveness in terms of finishing out and executing that game plan.
Thank you.
I was just flying coach. Y'all thought you were sick, you were misdiagnosed. I'm dope and you never had this. Now my state's in the building and that I slept on more floors in the Empire State Building. I got so many stories, but I hate ceilings. Ain't filling your top 5 favorite rappers, so I know they about to be with me. But this to me is a mystery. How rappers I've already ripped could be higher up on a list than me. Yet here I sit on your list with 5. Wish though it's fine, but just know inside to me that hilarious. So when I get disto and by a pioneer who is one of the reasons why I am here, they tell me I should just let the go and slide. Melly Mel shouldn't get no reply. That man is a legend, so am I. Yeah. And anyone else who thinks it'd be wise and easy as pie to beat me and tries can treat me just like they can. Stuck up, but I never conceded whenever ever retreated. You never seen it. Every dream that I ever dreamt, I exceeded. Team at my legacy, I definitely needed controversy. I always fed on, I need it. Treat it like a truck hit a head on, I meet it. I get on a beat and it's like that I Got a Tiger song is playing in my head on repeat. I've been knocked down so many times, can't count. Sometimes it does not pan out. That's just the way that the card hands dealt. John Manziel, odd man out. Heavyweight boy, the Scott Van Pelt. I can't help but feel like a victim of, cause I am bound to get that way beyond crazy, shady, gone. But hey, maybe I'm the GOAT, the bitch on and baby Tron, and that's why they be on the they be on. Cause
Toby Maguire got bit by a spider, but see, me, it was a GOAT. If you want space, I hope you take your helmet off soon as you get up to Venus. And even while sleeping, be thinking so woke. White Cartiers, all I'm seeing is my city laying, and I'm OB1, got a mission to pass. I just might be the hope.
Listen, am I dreaming?
Stoffmatratzen voll mit Racks. Richtig fettes Pack. Bin kein Nerd, doch hab ne. Zieh einen ab und. Richtig fettes Pack.
Open it up, yeah, my feet. Damn, came in out, and I call it facts. I fell in love